Hi, I'm Hyoga Kajitani. This time, I would like you to experience the men techniques from the opponent's point of view through this video. Up until now, I have introduced various types of men techniques in videos from the side view. But this time I would like to introduce 4 men techniques from the opponent's point of view. Small men. Men from below. Men feint men. Steal a distance men. I'm going to show you these 4. Unlike the men uchi seen from the side, I would like you to see the power, preparation for hitting, and trajectories of techniques. Now, I will start the explanation of techniques. Men uchi. Small men. This is a normal men uchi, but the first one and the second one are striking with the intention of hitting hard by pushing the left hand. The third one, I tried to do a quick hit by imagining that I was inserting my shinai into the opponent's men. There's not much difference in the motion. If you compare the hit sounds of the first one and the third one, it's a little different. The trajectories to hit are slightly different as well. If I had to critique myself looking at these men techniques, I would say that the action before hitting is too obvious. There's room for improvement because there is a higher risk of being targeted by Oji Vaza and Dabana Vaza. So, I have to re-experiment with the motion before the strike.
Oji Vaza. Techniques for counterattack. I.e. Surya Gewaza, Uchiotoshi Vaza, Ka Eshi Vaza and Nuki Vaza. Dabana Vaza. Counterattack techniques delivered at the moment of Dabana, a moment someone is just about to come out.
Also, after the strike, my body drifted a little to the side, and the left leg was left behind, so if I improve on those things, my opponent will perceive my movements to be faster. Men from below. As for the men from below, this is full of bad points. I was going to introduce the good part, but it turned out that it has some bad points as well. Anyway, did you all notice the bad parts? The purpose of the action of targeting the below is by hitting kote from below. You force the opponent to freeze or avoid the kote strike, at which point you strike for men. However, this time, the shinai was off-center before striking, and the men strike itself was done with a bit of a turning motion. Now, this might be a bit challenging, but by separating your shinai from your opponent's shinai, a strong opponent may be able to open your shinai as they enter your ma'ai.
Ma'ai. Ma'ai is used for spatial distance of 2 competitors,
and may also feel uncomfortable about being struck. Furthermore, it will become a turning motion, so there is a possibility that they will not avoid the kote from below. Since you are targeting lower, your men will be open. If the opponent is trying to do Dabana men, you are more likely to get hit.
Dabana men. Counter men technique delivered at the moment of Dabana, a moment someone is just about to come out.
The important point is to not let your shinai go off center when you are in stance with the opponent. If you want to attack the opponent from below, strike the opponent's Suba Moto first. And it's important not to rotate the shinai.
Suba. A hilt guard used to protect the hands. Suba Moto. The area near the Suba where the blade and hilt are joined.
Previously, when I explained men from below, I told you that the force of impact becomes lighter if it is done with a turning motion. But it can be converted to a stronger impact strike by making it into a vertical motion instead of a circular one. There is only a slight difference in how you control the shinai, but I think it's important to be aware of that.
What is this technique? Debana Kote. The technique of hitting the kote at the moment the opponent raises his hand to strike. Debana Kote.
Men feint men. I think my men feint men was good because the camera was slightly below the eye level. I think it was hard to see the men feint men. I think it would actually look like the trajectory of a men. I always say that for feint techniques and Niden Baza, it is good to strike with the image of the sound. Da dan is the sound. I think I did this well. Let's talk a little more practically. This is a situation where Moto Dachi stands up the shinai.
Moto Dachi, a person who teaches by receiving strikes from students during Ji-Gaiko, Kakari Gaiko, or Kihon Gaiko. A Moto Dachi should know how to correctly deliver and receive strikes in Tsuki Vaza.
And when it comes to the actual match, the left fist goes up and the shinai is lying down. We need to practice aiming at this. This time the men feint men was a vertical swing. But if the opponent's shinai is close to horizontal, you need to move your left hand a little more to the right and strike. Steal a distance men. Finally, steal a distance men. If I was going to point something out, I would say that there was a momentary pause between movements when I was moving to measure distances with my opponent and before the actual men strike. This hesitation could have been sensed by the opponent, and the strike avoided. It's important to steal the distance, so you cannot telegraph your intentions. Be very careful here. Now, the first two steps, from the first one to the second one, the speed was pretty good. But it is a little slow before the final strike. If you're slow, you're at greater risk of your attack being avoided. You have to practice how to start the first step. Here, I'm suppressing the shinai a bit before the strike. But doing this is very difficult. By suppressing, you can slow the opponent from raising their hands. But it can also lead to okari, so you have to be careful.
Okari, the moment that one's intention to attack an opponent takes shape. It's a striking opportunity in the beginning of a movement.
If you are suppressing, make sure you suppress completely before your strike. If you are stealing the distance, steal it fast. I think you should be aware of that. So this was a different perspective. How was it? If you want to see the total image, look at the side view video. I think it was good to learn the kinds of techniques. If you want to check the details of your movements, I think videos like this are easier to understand. I learned a lot from many improvements and faults. I'd like to hear your thoughts. I would appreciate it if you could leave a comment. If there is more interest for similar videos from this perspective, I would like to show other techniques as well. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching until the end.